Teaching in a university as a PGR gives you a huge amount of transferable skills which will be really applicable to many different occupations. Thinking about your specialism, teaching really demonstrates that you have a broad knowledge of an area. So one of the things that PGRs might worry about is that they're very specialised in a very niche area, which is very useful in many circumstances. But you also want to be able to demonstrate that you can understand the broader applicability of your field. And teaching really does that. It demonstrates that you've got a really good in-depth knowledge of a wide area of your discipline, which is really important both inside and outside of academia. Teaching also gives you a huge amount of transferable skills related to working with people and communication. So in particular, one of the areas I think is really important is your leadership skills, and teaching is a great way to build up your leadership skills. And this is particularly important for PGRs because we know, rightly or wrongly, some of the research suggests that some employers might perceive PhD graduates to lack leadership experience. So they'll be looking for where you've gained this experience either inside or outside of your research. And I think teaching really demonstrates that you can be a good leader. So for example, when you're leading a class and when you're teaching, you're demonstrating leadership skills. Giving feedback and appraising students in a useful, supportive, constructive way is really relevant to the types of things you might do in line management roles, for example. Supporting, mentoring and coaching students is also a really good demonstration of your leadership skills. And also you might have come across situations where you're handling difficult conversations, you're having to signpost for different types of pastoral support, and these all demonstrate that you can be empathetic, you can be supportive in a professional environment, and that's all really important leadership skills. So it's very useful for that as well. Teaching also gives you brilliant skills in presenting yourself, but also presenting complex ideas to non-technical audiences. So if we think about the types of things that you're doing when you're giving a class or when you're teaching, you will be trying to gauge the prior knowledge of your audience, so understanding their existing knowledge, making sure that you're delivering content at the right level for them, that they can understand it but it's still very interesting. You're using PowerPoint very often to support your content, and you're translating these ideas to different types of audiences. And actually this is very similar to what consultants would do when they're working with clients, so putting together a presentation, presenting this in a succinct way to a non-technical audience. So some of the transferable skills you get from teaching, coupled with your skills in analysis and problem solving as a researcher, make you really well placed to enter routes such as consultancy. But also demonstrating that broad subject knowledge makes you very competitive within fields such as publishing as well, where you can say that you've kept up to date with all of the developments in your field and you've been teaching in a certain area. It just demonstrates that breadth of knowledge as well. So there's a huge amount of transferable skills from teaching.